Fatality.
Town, from London to Taiwan, I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Chad, baby. You might hear me, but you cannot see me until we get 100 likes, baby. This is your friendly trader ghost telling you to like this channel if you want to see some TPs get hit right in front of your eyes.
We're already in. They can still potentially get into the trade if they 100 likes, 30 more.
Guys, I'm missing out on this sauce, baby.
US 30 trade and I don't know.
Those beautiful gold longs. Hey, Martin knows what's about there, those gold bars.
Alright, we'll wait patiently. Almost at 100. 20 more. 20 more.
We want likes on the stream. That is the only currency we take from you guys.
100 more.
Come on, Chad. How bad you guys want it?
Oh, 15 more and we can start.
2G's radio station.
Coming from you live. We might only start at 5 because we still need 12 likes.
Keegan made a call this AM before an indicator appeared and TP and hit TP3. Beautiful stuff, bro. I love to hear that. Chad, 7 more because I can see the rest of you guys. I don't want to miss out on these TPs.
If they like now, they can still get it while it's relatively close to entry.
Make it in time.
We're setting up about 20 points in the blues.
We're in the blues, baby. Because as we say, you trade against the 2G.
Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing. 2 more. 2 more. Okay, now it's getting away from them.
Hey, Chad, there we go. 100, baby. And just like that, you can see our beautiful faces appear. I hope you guys are ready for this. It's going to be a very exciting one. We just finished up with Bonang's podcast, so that is why we are a little late, Chad. We had to just move some of the gear around again. You know the drill with all of that. But we are here. We are good to go. And I hope you guys are ready for it. It looks like there's going to be quite a bit of volume on the markets today. We saw those teasers yesterday. Markets are back and they are ready to play today. And of course, we have got both the 2Gs in the building for this one today. So without further ado, Chad, let's get this ball rolling. And then my brothers need to set a few more things up here. So do you mind me asking if you will open us up with a prayer?
I will, Chad. Myself and Keegs long US 30 from the daily flip. So just for the guys that are late, that like to stream late. But we are going to pray here. Chad, let's get ready here for the prayer. Had the podcast with Monang. Absolutely beautiful. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Yeah, I think it was solid, Keegs. I actually think it was better than the first one. Actually, the first 3. But Chad, let's get ready here. Let's pray. Let's get into the session. Let's bow our heads. Father, we just want to thank you for another beautiful day. Thank you for blessing us with the opportunity to do what we love here every single day. Thank you for this community. Thank you for partnering with us. Thank you for guiding us, leading us into all truth. We pray that your hand of blessing and protection will be bestowed upon us here, everyone in the chat, their family members, close relatives. Father, we pray that you will cover us with your grace and your mercies that are new every single day, Father. And we just thank you that you are already with us through this week. You say in your word that you are the beginning and the end, and that you know the end from the beginning, Father. And we thank you for that. And we pray this and we ask this in the mighty and wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And if you believe it, Chad, you can drop an amen right now.
Amen. Beautiful stuff there,
Amen.
Chad. And without further ado, let's dive right into it. So we're just going to start off, as always, with that little bit of a fundamental chat. And let's have a look what is happening over there. So fundamentals, nothing too crazy. We had some CAD news, 230 coming out, so a little bit ago, but not too much. CPI, again, I don't think any of you really trade any of the Canadian pairs, so nothing to worry about. And then going into the New York session, again, clear sailing for us, so nothing really to focus on over there. So let's go over to the charts and see what is happening. So DXY, if you guys remember, we said we were taking the neutral outlook. I am more bearish, but we were going to take the neutral outlook. And why were we doing that, guys? Very, very simple for those that weren't here. We spoke about the idea that we traded down into these previous daily lows. We had this weekly S1, and I said to you guys, if it broke further down, which it started to do, it was all going to happen over here. If we broke underneath and we started to just continue lower, especially after that weekly key level, daily S1, we then continued daily S2, and so forth and so forth. It continues. But with that previous daily low, the fake out, coming with back into volume, holding in that weekly S1, you are now trying to go back into Asia lows as well as previous weekly lows, and then your first target becomes Asia highs that remains untested. So very, very simple one there for us with the dollar, and why we still had that neutral outlook, as much as I'd love to go completely bearish. Now with indices, now the big one here today, guys, remember we spoke about the idea of being neutral. As much as we are very, very much bullish, the big thing here, and again, Chris, the one who's calling this out this morning for us, is taking out those previous daily highs and they're starting to reject. And the big thing for me is why I also would say I want to stick to a neutral outlook. I do believe it can continue bullish, and the reason I just say that is because when you look at this on a 4 hour, you had a massive engulfing candle, so there's a very easy chance to even just have a 50% retracement of that candle is quite a deep pullback before you continue bullish. So you obviously want to just watch out for that, because no one really wants to sit through that type of drawdown. So we had the idea of Asia lows, especially this daily pivot. So what we thought about was this morning having Asia highs, Asia lows, taking that if you held Asia lows, the move back up to Asia highs. And we said that if we do go bullish and we trade to this Asia high, we'll be regaining a previous weekly high, previous daily high, and with that we'll see volume drive us to the top side. Now that kind of lines up again with what we were talking about in US 30. US 30, again, a neutral outlook. We do like the bullish move, but the big thing we wanted to talk about was, and why I said to you guys, I personally would have loved and would have been a triple A grade setup, is that previous weekly high. Say the same thing we almost saw on DXY. If we traded down, found that retest over here, and then went bullish, I think that would have been perfect on the money. A nice beautiful sniper entry, as a lot of you guys like to call it. But the big thing for us this morning, and a lot of guys asking us if we would have taken that trade over here, is literally where Bonang was in with the guys, where we were looking this morning, was Asia low. So we had the break, a nice pullback back into it, couldn't get away, so that's why we didn't enter, had that consolidation, and then there was that big explosion, and since then this thing has been going. Now still sticking to the same idea, previous daily highs with Asia highs untested. So if we can get through previous daily highs to get to Asia highs, I do anticipate volume to be followed, and if that volume comes in, I think it was Lyndon or someone asking me if I thought the daily R1 would be quite a realistic target. Now again, I do believe that, and that lines up with the idea that Bonang's TP was 42,960 if I remember, and that's pretty much over here. For me, I like round numbers, so the psychological 43,000 for me comes into play, and then the guys who trade pivots, the daily R1 just above it. So this whole area in general over here becomes quite a nice target for us with a TP. So we'll kind of watch what happens. And also we spoke about the idea that NASDAQ following US 30, if you guys remember this morning, US 30 was only down 12%, where NASDAQ was down almost 0.5%, 0.5 already. So if we saw US 30 start to flip, the idea of NASDAQ starting to follow it, pretty much similar to the same day. And that's pretty much what we're seeing again. US 30 has started to flip now. NASDAQ has pulled back a bit, but now we see that volume open. Does USD start to pump, and then do we see NASDAQ follow it simply after that? Then lastly with gold, I said to you guys, I did want the pullback, so we had the idea of still seeing sells, but we want to make sure we don't get caught up in any of these buys that came in. I wasn't in any of these buys. They were quite aggressive. A lot of the guys telling you 30 to 20. I don't know if Brian's, I know that's where the guys are taking it, 30 to 20, going into Asia highs, and then that momentum starting to kick in. Now again, a lot of the guys in that move but really trading bullish, holding at 200, just continuing after that. I personally, again, didn't take these trades. Once we go to Asia highs, this is where I wanted to basically see a little bit of resistance, but at this point we were kind of in on US 30, so obviously I'm not going to go and just go into a whole bunch of trades at that time of the day already. So just stuck to the one, stuck to US 30, and gold then obviously did continue quite bullish, retesting that monthly pivot, so right back into that range we were talking about, just a little bit short of that previous daily high and starting to pull back. So we'll see what happens there and with US 30, but that's everything for me. Cribbo, over to you, brother.
Alrighty, Chad, good to see you guys. Hope you guys have been safe in these markets. So I'm really gonna just fix that. How's that, Keegs?
There we go. Perfect.
All right, Chad, DXY, let's quickly check on the daily. So we clearly in some corrective structure here. I've talked about it last week. If you just take the swing leg from the swing low to the swing high, and sorry, that was actually just a little test we did, but let's get the 62 or 61.8 rounded off. So this being very corrective, this being your impulsive leg, this being your corrective leg for a next leg down potentially. All right, so now what are we looking at from a daily perspective is that we can clearly see that structure is being broken. So from this level, we failed to continue higher, actually breaking lower into the range, and now effectively we can start trading back to these lows. Only issue here is that we took a previous daily low and we failed to continue lower. So big thing for me here is to monitor this daily flip on the dollar, see what that daily flip is going to entail for us. But otherwise we are going low, and the level to monitor going into the session, 200 EMA, daily pivot EQ. This is where we can potentially reject, continue lower, or we're going to start trading above and we will go bullish. NASDAQ on the daily for the Project G members this morning. I was starting off today bearish. Why? Because we started off Asia pre-London, taking a previous daily high. Also look at the number of bullish days we've got here. Do not consider that little bearish candle there, but even if you do consider it, 6 days worth of bullish price action to the upside. If you just take your probability and go look back on all of these days, the last time we had that was last year. I just showed the guys in the office this morning. I think it was last year or Jan. No, it was 5 days. Yeah, it was last year August. We had a consecutive run of bullish days. That was 3, 6, 8 consecutive days. But if you look at it in general, you do not get more than 6 days with even just maybe a little pause, something like that, flat little body candle before you continue. So I do expect at one stage we can potentially pause, and today's daily candle can even potentially close weak bearish or even weak bullish with a nice flat little body. Otherwise, if today's daily candle does actually continue lower, re-breaking its own low, we can get a close like this, which is going to signify some bearish movement, and this could be a little localized top. Okay, so NASDAQ a little bit weaker on the day for me regarding NAS and US 30. Big thing to consider is that we could not get away from Asia lows. All right, so if we're going to start breaking below Asia lows and hold below it, very likely we will continue lower into that previous daily low, because we've had multiple tests here and we could not break through it. I'm going to say safe spot for NAS buys potentially is going to be above here. Otherwise, this thing is going short. All right. US 30, we are actually in longs. Let's quickly check it. So US 30 on the daily also started off the day bearish, trading above the previous daily high, failed to hold above it. And we technically have these two levels to monitor. So on the daily level, you've got this minor little support resistance area. You've got another major rejection area. And same here, you've got another body rejection area. So we've got two zones to potentially monitor here. So once we started flipping bullish on the daily, that is when I shifted my bias to potentially bullish. We entered some trades over there. Once we retested that zone, went into a little bit of profit, now currently in some drawdown. How would I manage this trade while we are holding above Asia lows, while we are holding above this 200 EMA? I would still look for potential long moves. But if we start rejecting this level or start trading below it, and we start rejecting the backside of this level, I will actually close out my longs and I will flip to the short side. Otherwise, I will monitor for potential holds above here and I'll just keep onto my positions. But this is going to be my dynamic zone where I'm going to monitor price. That for me is going to be the pivot for the rest of the session. And that is what I'm monitoring. Asia high still untested. There's your previous daily high. We can see if we can test it. So last but not least, gold on the daily. We've got 10 seconds left. Gold for me, I actually told the guys in the office I will stay away from gold for today. Why? Because we are trading into a very pivotal price point here. So why do I say it's pivotal?
Sorry, my brother.
Yo.
Chad, markets open. Round 4. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
Round 1. Fight.
Go. We've got this area here, minor little rejection, then pushed through. Then we had another retest. Then we had a failed retest and hold. And now we've basically spent almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days trading around this level. So this is obviously a major level for gold and a level that we can monitor. So I'm waiting to see either a break above here today. That's going to be very simple for me, signaling buys tomorrow into this range there. Otherwise, what's going to happen is we're actually going to fail here, because you can see we took the previous daily high, failed, actually closed bearish, something like this. And that is going to be a clear-cut signal to the downside, because then from that consolidation, that is a breakout to the downside, and then it's relatively smooth sailing, and you'll see an expansive move tomorrow. Then looking on the lower time frames, giving some context for this trade. There's that zone we spoke about. This morning I was bullish. Why was I bullish when I woke up this morning? Because we were holding the daily S1. We failed to retest Asia highs, and that's why I told Project G members, purely looking for buys the entire session. Now at a key point as well. If we hold this zone, I do think higher price. If we start trading below here, we can go and take Asia lows. So everything's going to hinge around that level. GBP USD, let me just quickly blitz it. I also just want to track what US 30 is doing. Give me 1 sec, guys.
Bumping back up.
All right, beautiful. GBP USD in a very, very ugly little range here, but we can effectively say that we are slightly bullish to neutral, and then also consider this flat body resistance area, which is currently rejecting. So this effectively is your tight little daily range. Lower time frame, contextually, we took Asia highs, failed to hold above it, so you would have targeted Asia lows. No trade for me further. You guys know I feel Asia highs taken, Asia lows taken. This trade is cooked for the day. If you caught the high trade, that is good for you. GJ daily, let's check it out. Daily pulling back into this previous little breakout zone right there. There's that previous breakout zone. Somewhat of a trying to engulf here, but not engulfing. Currently holding above here. I would be neutral based off the fact that this is an unconfirmed support. I need 2 daily candles to confirm a support. But overall, we can see that from these lows, we are trending bullish. Okay. It's very clear to see that we are trending bullish. This could just be a pullback to go and retest these highs and potentially break them. But now we took the previous daily high, failed to continue higher. So if we close inside of this range, tomorrow is going to be relatively simple, a down day, fake out above the range. Then on the lower time frame, okay, there's that level. We've got 193.50. Very, very simple here for GJ. We've got the off round here. Asia lows. So buys above. Right there. Buys above here. Sells if we reject. That is how simple GJ is today. But Chad, that is the rapid fire analysis. Let's go over to US 30. Let's see what she is doing. Alrighty. Struggling here. But I will let you guys know what I do. Right, you've been doing that lately. Let me just see.
Yes, but I didn't add, unfortunately, a Amanta 0.25. How beautiful today.
Chad, then just a note, new version of Iron 2000 will be updated tonight, specifically for the lower time frames, higher time frames, no change there, just for the lower time frames. And then we've got something else cooking as well for you guys. You just mute that. I was trying to listen to this voice now.
Alright, I just want to see what happens there. US 30 for me as well. 5 minutes. Still kind of having that test going back. So nothing really that's written it off yet. So especially when we are looking at it on my screen quickly. Again, same thing. Yeah, we still holding these levels. Asia lows down there. As I said, you could even see this thing drop as far as almost something like that. I could see that bullish momentum before it really has to be an idea of, okay, let's go short. So will still be a bit of a while till we have I want to say a change of plan or how our outlook will be here, but going to still monitor this. So we will see.
Yeah, Chad, I'm still relatively on the fence here. I'm gonna give it at least one more 5 minutes before I make a decision here, and then I will exit these longs and I will get into the shorts. All right.
Oh, Iron 2000 also
Giving
giving
a
the sell.
Hey. I think it could be a relatively flat day, or it could be that reversal day I was expecting. Alrighty, Chad, if this 5 minute closes below Asia lows, this is where I will be executing on my short idea. I will, but it needs to close below. Two minutes. Alright, Chad, gold holding that level as discussed, so we could see higher price for gold. And then US 30 about, okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. Chad, and I gotta see it close below Asia lows, because if it still holds here, we can slowly grind back to the upside. effectively what US30 could do today is something like this. This is effectively what US30 can do today. And then your daily close is going to close with a flat body. So that is what we're potentially looking at. Otherwise, that liquidity spike there, daily, so we can actually trade into this lower daily pivot level and then even lower into this previous Asia high levels. So let's see. Nothing done for me yet.
I think just an update with anti-K, but we've been calling it in 1K. Hey.
Figiano, sell indices, risk 30%.
The boys are like boom. I don't think it moves that much though, but
no, it's still a fix. Okay, Chad, no trade for me. Let's see. I am still waiting. Waiting. I think it could be a relatively uneventful day.
yeah, I think today would be that day. Like, let's say if this bar does come through, bro, I think it's gonna be that little bit of a range, and then the sneaky puff at it later.
You're right.
All right. We're gonna see it sit here, and then by the time we like, guys, stream's done, you get home, you're having supper, and then everyone's gonna be like, yo, bro, TP hits US30. It's gonna be one of those days.
I actually think I think they can sell today, dude. But again, yesterday, I told Keegs as well, if you go to yesterday's daily candle and you mark out that daily candle, we technically had the same thing. So if you go to the lower time frames yesterday, where was it? Tuesday. Oh, no, we didn't. No, I'm talking. I know, man. I shouldn't mark out that. I should mark out Fridays. What am I doing? Oh no, it never took it. No, I'm talking nonsense here, guys. That was Fridays. No, I was bullish yesterday. Yeah, I was bullish on indices. All right, chat, 3 minutes. If we close below, we are going short. This thing is going to run to the downside. And just got to trade below these Asia lows. Then this was the little bit of an impulsive leg. This was the corrective move. And this is effectively a wider range we're trading in. And we could start to break out of that range. But while we hold Asia lows, no trade for me. Watch Chris take a trade now. Down 0.2 on the day. Out at FTSE. Bitcoin down 1.2, but that's nothing for Bitcoin. Hang Seng was positive. DAX closing 0.23. FTSE, let's check the FTSE. FTSE also closing positive 0.47. JSE closing slightly down 0.2, not down yet. Still time to save it into the bell. US equities, let's quickly look. Biggest winner so far, Tesla up 2.6, Home Depot up 1. We've got Google up 0.4, so very few tickers on the higher today. Biggest loser so far, Nvidia down 0.25, Apple next, Microsoft. So tech taking a little bit of a shock there to the system. So let's see here. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. Here we go. Alrighty. "44 seconds." Chat, I will be entering on the close of this candle, and as it pulls back, I will slowly but surely scale in 1 or 2 positions on the short idea. Please note that these streams are purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. We do not suggest that you do anything that we do on these streams. You will lose all of your money. Okay, that is longs closed going in with the shorts. All right.
Man's ready.
So that is the shorts. Stops are going to be above these highs up here, about 132. I'll see if I can get into some positions on the pullback. That is going to be my stop. I will be targeting, actually, if you look on the daily, I just want to show you, I might potentially, first target is going to be down there. Second target, if we get a deeper pullback, is going to be the retest of this breakout area. I don't foresee it going that far. That latest indicator that I gave you guys, if you go here, I never published it. Where did I put it? Chat, I never published it for some reason. Little indicator giving you the average low wick and average upper wick for 20 trading days, basically a month. So it shows me average daily range is about 302. That is the average. So we could effectively expect a move 302. That is the average daily range for US 30. And that is where we can potentially be trading towards if we take that candle body. But let's see. So ultimately expecting price to go into 42,450. And let's see how she runs. Yeah, Chad, this will be a public indicator for you guys. I will post it publicly tonight. I thought I published it, but obviously I didn't.
I'm just waiting at these lows, bro, because Globex lows are right here. So I just want to see what happens at Globex lows.
Oh, is this Globex low?
There's Globex lows. We literally like 5 pips away from it. So that's all I want to watch for.
Okay.
There. So right now we just hit Globex lows.
Alrighty, let's go. Chat, daily pivot, this zone is where I want to monitor what we're going to potentially do. I am bearish on this, like I discussed. The only way I can get bullish is if this daily starts to flip back bullish again. That was my play earlier, and we failed to hold above that daily flip. Hence me going back to the short bias on this, okay. Previous weekly high here as well, so it could be a choppy day, it could be a very nice reversal day, but either way we just need to be ready for what is going to come. All right, so let's see if we can get a nice trending move down.
See what happens.
Pivot low on NASDAQ, shotting up with it. Shotting up with it.
So Globex lows and previous weekly highs coming into play now.
Chad, there was NAS as well for you guys. Mentioned Asia lows. Everything is going to hinge around that level. There's a nice 5-minute rejection. But let's see. Could be a little bit choppy. Could be a little bit choppy.
If this does break though, bro, I mean, this thing can drop quite a bit.
I personally think it's going to be a very tight daily range. Just to reset price, but also if you go on the daily, you would actually see that there are instances where, for instance, something like this can happen. You're very bullish, you get a nice bearish engulfing candle, you pull back, you continue. So, or it could be literally a little candle like this on the daily. So I do expect some type of pullback here, Chad. It's just inevitable if you think about how we've been pushing up from these lows, and if you still think about that open gap at the yearly pivot. So I'm not saying this is the start of that move, but I think we can even potentially see a daily candle like this. So you don't know how the daily is going to close, but you don't want to stay out of a trade because you think, oh, the daily is going to close like this, or like we don't know yet. So at this stage, the idea is very simple for me. Like I said this morning, Project G members were alerted immediately this morning where I said my bias is short for US30. I then proceeded to let them know I'm actually long biased again once we started holding above here. And I gave the trade the chance to do, oh, what is this now? I gave the trade the ample chance to hold that level, which it didn't. And I wasn't afraid to flip. So some of you guys would hold onto a trade knowing that that trade is actually not valid anymore. That's something that I struggled with for many years, was to get out of a trade and acknowledge that the trend is not with me. That ego stops you from closing that trade because you don't want to close in a loss. Even if it's a minor loss, you just cannot get rid of that trade. It's like there's an invisible force blocking you to close that trade. Buy printing gold 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm staying out of gold today. Your idea on gold was, from the lows this morning. This is aggressive from there that I marked out. Session hours, no go for me. It can run. Don't get me wrong. But just knowing that there's our previous daily high, daily R1, monthly pivot, buying into this suicide. All right, let's see.
Globex coming in, yeah.
But yesterday, Globex got wrecked on the highs, eh?
No, but remember, that's the reverse. It's all about reversing.
No, I know, but I mean it pushed through it.
No, I'm saying it needs to push through it, and then only once it reverses, you take your trade. So yesterday, you never took a trade. Because it broke the highs and continued. Yeah, check it.
Oh no, I know, but I mean, like it didn't hold as resistance yesterday.
No, but remember, it's like the whole idea is to see it come in and then only reverse. Yeah. So if it continues, this is no trade.
Yeah, but I mean, it didn't contain price.
Yeah,
price pushed through.
Hey, this thing is right back in the game now, Chad.
Alrighty, back at that 200 EMA. Let's see what is going to happen here.
So whatever the guys, they were all like risk 3% and sell US30.
I think they're out already.
Not touching gold again. Not just gold. I'm not trading again today.
Who said that? Playing card off this live, and that's it for the day. Oh, chat, I added another position there. So average, I would say, is more or less there. That is my average, and that is all I will be adding. Still bearish, like I mentioned. Only way I wouldn't even if this thing now starts trading above here, I'm not taking that trade. I already gave that trade the idea. I already gave this trade the idea on the flip. I'm not giving that trade a second chance. All right, it can run 4,000 pips from there. On the backside now of this 200, if we trade above there, then done for me. Gold, can it be pineapple now? Hey, what is bookmap? Keegan has got bookmap on his side, unfortunately. But I can try and get the cumulative volume delta on here for us. Cumulative. What is that spelling, Chad? Not even spell checker can. Personal cumulative volume delta. Let's check here. All right, so you can see that the volume delta is net negative 0.25k. That's your break-even point. So delta buyers are stepping in from these lows, but you can see overall relatively sideways, Chad. If you think about all of that buy volume from yesterday, and now looking at this is relatively flat in terms of volume. So not nearly as much volume as we had yesterday. So yeah, that is what the delta is telling us. Buyers are stepping in from these lows, but let's see. Still net negative on the day. Let's actually check the session volume profile. Session volume profile. I think the point of control is sitting there. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, Chad, there's your point of control. So let's see what she does.
Gold taking off.
Shooting,
bro.
Let's check.
Gold not waiting for nobody. Gold's a little one-way traffic there.
Hey, there she goes. There she goes. Yeah, volume delta can see consistently bullish here. Point of control sitting here this morning. That was the point of control. And then we had a little bit of a secondary point of control where I marked out that zone. And now absolutely flying.
Seems the market is more choppy than a sushi restaurant. Hey.
More choppy than a sushi restaurant. Ah, check the iron gave a buy there on the 5. Damn.
On what's that?
Gold. The Easter.
Sheesh.
The Easter.
Gold giving buys, yeah.
It did actually well on the 5 today. It gave some sells in the morning, but early. And then the buys now.
Gold's catching people sleeping, bro.
Ooh. 5 minutes. Ooh. Buy there. Stop loss. US 30 sells 3 o'clock in the morning. Did it give anything on sell, buy, sell? Oh, it's still in your longs.
Ah, I closed out, bro.
Close out. Yeah, I'm just giving this squizzle. Bro, I think we need to check. Somebody's saying they can't see the news feed.
Yeah, the guys just telling me this morning.
Oh, I see it. It is locked though.
But that's what I was saying to them. I think they need to do the whole thing of like permitting yourself. Like if you're a trader, so verifying yourself. Are you a trader or you're a newbie?
Do you think it's that?
That's what I'm thinking it is. But then some guys were
Or
also
maybe
saying...
we're testing it.
No, but some guys can see it.
Oh, so some can see
Yeah,
it.
some can see it.
Okay. White House Trump to make 3 p.m. Eastern Time announcement of Secretary of Defense. There's no conflict of interest between Doge and my business, Tesla, Kazakhstan's oil production. Chad, we added 2 news feeds here. It's in the free section, so it's for everybody. It's under trading. We've got financial juice. Somebody was saying, I think it was Eti that talked about it. So we got that pushing all of the headlines, and then we also have Forex Factory. This is more just the calendar. It will just give you the data. So that's a nice little touch. Eurozone consumer flash. Trump. The economy is roaring. Damn. Tax cutting bill. Oh my goodness.
Trump's ready to party, bro.
Trump, a couple of Republicans are grandstanding.
Trump's ready to party.
Trumponomics. Literally as I went to kitchen and come back, I missed that buy trigger. Lol. Hey, Martins. Chad, how's the week been? How did you guys enjoy Bonang yesterday on stream?
Chad was loving him.
I think the best comment for me was one of the gentlemen on stream where he said, I literally just checked the man download dollars. I'll be back tomorrow.
Chad.
That was beautiful. That was crazy to see.
Bro, Chad was loving it.
I just saw this man downloading dollars live. I'll be back. Yeah, I don't really think there's going to be much market movement offshore. South Africa honestly has really no effect on the US markets. I think more so it will affect our markets locally. But in terms of US 30 being affected by SA, no. Neil, I don't think they're gonna budge on it, because the thing is, once you open up the door for work around the BEE stuff, then they won't do it. Then you're gonna open up the door for everybody. Then you might as well just disband BEE completely. and I don't think they're going to do that. So I used the 1 minute to aggressively trail the stops in case it, plus the video dropped yesterday helped me a lot. Hey, Chad, I don't know if Keeks told you guys, dropped a new video yesterday for more of the beginner traders, guys that are starting out. You guys
Back
can
in the
check
content
that.
game.
Back in the content game. Also shot another video today. That's going to be on Vault Funder's YouTube channel. Hopefully being released this week as well. Then also starting a little bit of a new series on Instagram. Coming back to more of the trading stuff. Took a little bit of a break, Chad. It becomes very monotonous. So there we go. Bunang will. I'm here, Chris. Please bring back Prophet Bunang. He'll be back tomorrow. Unlimited profits.
Hey, Chad.
Unlimited profits. Bunang is a vibe on stream. Tomorrow gonna be interesting. Gold. Gold has been good this week so far. I actually haven't traded gold this week. I know Keegs had a stellar day yesterday. He took some gold shorts, I think from here as well. Took it into the lows. No, it was here somewhere. Alrighty, Chad. Gold taking off, dollar rejecting that area. US, let's check NAS quickly. NASDAQ still trading below Asia lows. US 30 now coming back into the range, Chad. Asia lows. So we've got one last test here. This is going to be the make or the break for the bears. And if we start holding above this zone, that is me done for the day. But if we reject this zone, more than happy just to sit through this little bit of drawdown. Gold has been so simple. I decided deposit exactly 42 to get the ant. I used both my Strat and indicator account is now $162. Love this community. Hey, Lawrence, beautiful, my brother.
Love to see the guys eating.
Alrighty, Chad, let's see. Will we get struck on the heel or will it reverse? I wonder if Trump is going to talk about the Secretary of Defense, 3 p.m. Eastern time. So what is that? That's like 9 tonight. That is quite interesting. Chris, the guys are saying this morning on stream, now that you're making millions, you're forgetting. No. No, not at all. I mean,
You see must take Asia highs so I can stop walking up and down. Hey.
oh, yeah, what's the name is in longs? What are you looking at? Your 2-point plug.
Yeah, it's a one with 3 slots in it.
I think. Oh, you're talking about the 3. We use it there at the back. It actually came from here.
It's the one I'm using on my monitor.
Really?
That'll be super.
Did we use it here? It's either here or it's in the studio.
I'll take this to you.
Okay.
Hey, remember your cells are going to come alive here now.
I don't know. So my thinking was obviously I like the bias after taking Asia lows, holding this 200, then holding that daily flip, because effectively we are still super bullish. Then the sells here I do like as well, but we effectively flat on the day. There's the daily flip. So if I look on the daily, we've barely made a bottom wick, we've barely made a top wick. So that's why I'm saying we could just chop here for the rest of the day, unless Trump is gonna say something brutal with the Minister of Defense.
He's building the markets up for that.
Gold is obviously showing us something is up here with this move. So gold is still a safe haven, Chad. Gold is still a hedge against volatility. So gold is showing us that the markets are potentially prepping for something. So US 30 is currently holding up relatively strong against that, and you can see NAS. I think NAS has started to take the lows now. But US 30 is definitely the stronger one between the two. So very, very solid here. Let's see. Cyril is bumping. No, man. Cyril can't. I'm cold. Cyril can't even bump up his own tires.
Cyril came with a little Holman beer.
No, man, Chad. Cyril.
Let me show these boys what some black label can do.
Caught that gold and it just as early. Bro, 150 pips that's not early. Does gold have an effect on US 30? No, it doesn't have an effect on US 30. Gold is just a correlation pair. So it does not affect US 30 directly, but obviously during times of uncertainty, gold is seen as a safe haven and there's demand for gold. So a lot of times gold can be the canary in the mine. If you don't know that term, please go to ChatGPT or DeepSeek. Google it. It's what miners used years ago. Certain gas that you can't smell, and if it killed the bird, they know that gas is leaking. Or okay, ChatGPT. I'll see you there.
History lesson with Chris is finished. Hey bro, I think if this thing retakes Globex lows, now I think those sales are slowly going to start looking better and better. Because then it had the low, it swept back up, and now it's taking it again.
As a methane. I'm going to be honest with you, Keeks. If we start breaking below here, I'm going to break even. Just purely because
there's no volume on the day.
yeah, I don't want to sit in a chop. If
A chopper rara.
yeah, I wanna chop to TP, or
You want to be doing the chopping.
I saw it coming that gold is going to nuke seller stop loss like US 30 did. Hey, how did you see that, my brother? How did you see that?
We also want to learn how to see it.
Chad, so honest truth here. Every morning I give the Project G members my bias. Some mornings earlier than others. It just depends on what is happening. But this was my bias this morning. And it was sent around about 10 to 8. Good morning, everyone. Here is the bias for the day. US 30 sells, NASDAQ sells, gold buys. So a lot of the guys have said even these little bias not indicators, just, what did I say yesterday?
We can just call it basically a directional bias.
Oh, yesterday. Oh, yesterday I put a little bit more work into it. I was feeling quite frisky. Actually, really got stuck into that little daily bias report. So yesterday I said US 30 bars. This was 21 minutes past 7. US 30 bars, NASDAQ bars, gold sells only came later in. Note NASDAQ could continue selling if it do not trade above the previous daily low. So mark out that day. Oh, that's what I was talking about yesterday, Keeks.
What's
On
that?
NASDAQ, why I was bearish. I don't know why I was looking at the highs. So, Chad, these are all concepts that we've discussed. So yesterday, I was bearish on NAS because we were trading below the previous daily low. I just want to drop some knowledge here for you guys. We were trading below the previous daily low. So effectively, that is a structure break lower. So if you go to the lower time frame, even though I said NASDAQ buys for the day, where was yesterday, Monday? There was the flip. No, what the... Bro, what is this? What am I doing here? Oh, but my daily thing... Wait. I don't think it's visible. No, it is visible. What the...
Man's confusing himself here, Chad. Just give it a
Bro, was I on something yesterday? Yesterday, Monday, Friday, 21-241. No, but this was also that Asia low trade. But there was your flip back bullish on the day. Alright, what is US 30 doing? US 30 is struggling here. Chat, I'm going to give it 1 more 5 minutes and then I will be exiting this trade. It is getting close to 4:15. Double rejection there. We should be starting to trade away from it. Otherwise, not my trade to take. Also, now currently trying to regain Asia lows. Traded below it, fake back above. Traded below it again, now trying to fake back above. I'm going to need to see some type of volume push here. Otherwise, I'm out and that will be me for the day. I need to at least see something like this to show me that sellers are here. And then ultimately, I need to see these session low flat body support candles being broken. Otherwise, this is a chop fest for the rest of the day. So let's see if we can get that move. Then I think we've got a very nice trade. Otherwise, this is just chalk, my bro. Chalk Aurora.
Yeah, Chad, it's just ranging a bit there now. Not doing much.
I think actually a safe target is EQ, not to be greedy. Is that 160?
Yeah.
160. $24, 42, 528, 42.
Markets in range due to G7 conference ongoing this week, no?
I don't think a G7. Mark is not going to react on all of that talk. Remember, markets will only react to people that have power to change policy. And a lot of that is just alright. I was just saying, if this thing for some reason Keeks just drops down 500 points and slips my TP,
Just in case.
because that can happen. I've seen it. But the only way I saw it was I took profits early, and as soon as I closed, it dropped like, I kid you not, I'll never forget a couple of years ago. EJ Keegs. Taking quite a big position. And I'm sweating my nuts off there. And this thing is consolidating. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. I think it was like up 20 pips. I'm like, nah, I'm locking it. Something came out of Japan. That thing not dropped like 100 pips in like 1 5-minute candle.
Hey. That's when the guys are there. You got to be there to get it.
I'm like, bro, I'm actually sick. I think I had like a 45 lots or something. And I'm like, nah, bro.
Nah, so you start questioning things, bro.
Chris CVD indicator. No, this is just what we use on Bookmap as well. So Keegan's got Bookmap on his side, so we're just checking the volume delta, yeah.
Chopping NASDAQ 100 going up with it. Hey.
Chopping NASDAQ, alright. NASDAQ is chopping. Alright guys, one more 5 minute. Let's see Keegs, then that's it. That is it. There's your closure below. That is either your rejection. If it closes back inside, boom, done. Then I'm basically down 1.5% for the day. Giving back yesterday's gains. Break even on the week. So 4 minutes. Gold. Oof. Oof. Chad, be honest. Who tried to sell gold? Just you don't have to be shy. We do not judge it. Don't be shy if you try to sell gold. Yeah. You don't have to be shy. Chris, what's the biggest lot you've sent? Brian, I actually showed Keeks. Biggest lot I've ever sent was 150 on Aussie dollar, US dollar. But it wasn't a big stop though. It was, I think, like 4 pips. How the hell I traded SMC concepts on the 1 minute with 4 pip stops is... Yes, bro. I actually needed God in my life for that. Bro, SMC, or I don't even know what that was.
Man, it's just full sending.
That was the max 1 click, Brian. I still think I have I kept it as a souvenir. That is that 1 month where I was break even, but my commissions were $6,000. You question, bro. You question life at that stage, bro.
That is wild.
And why? And the reason why you've got so many break evens is because you're so scared of letting the trade move.
Yeah.
The thing is like 2 pips up. It's like break even. Can't handle this.
Well, I sold gold and I went straight for my stop loss. Basically donated.
Where is...
Bro, yeah, USD I think is chalked for the day.
Yeah, no, I'm literally waiting. Unless by some miracle this thing now just flushes, I'm closing it. Then I'm done. Then I'm done for the day. I'll see how she closes on the day. Where did I say that?
I was in the gold buys for the 15 minute, got taken a BE and watched the rocket leave without me.
Why do I have 7,000 photos on this phone?
What do you guys think of USD are? Oh.
Sure, that thing is a beast. I don't directly know, but I know of some guys that have, like big traders that trade on it. Obviously, if you've got a knack for it and you've got an edge, there's nothing wrong with trading it. Oh, Chad, I'm literally going to close this trade. 28 seconds. Break even for me. Let's see here, 21. Ooh. Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back.
I was gonna say this is gonna be Chris close it and the thing's gonna run.
No. Let's see here. Okay, Chad. I'm giving last 5 minutes. It needs to break these lows. It needs to break these lows. Otherwise, I'm done with this thing. I want it out of my life. I'm up like a couple of rands. Bro, it's choked. Because look here, if you draw a zone here to your left, this right here, bro, it's choked. What are you seeing? I'm not seeing anything on you yesterday.
Nothing, bro. For me, literally, it's Asia
What are
lows
you-
and Globex lows, and we just range in between there. It won't break either one
Bro.
of them. 1 hour later, last 5 minutes.
No, I'm Chad. I'm very, very honest with you guys. This is literally, this is the make or break for me. The reason I say that is we've had now closure below, failed regain, bearish candle, another retest there. So if it can't get away now with all of that, and this 5 minute cannot flip bearish and absolutely do a number for us, this is not our trade. This is absolutely not our trade to take. There, I've put a prophecy candle for us. Let's see if she can run for us. Look at Nas, bro. Nah, it's shocked, bro. It's shocked. Like, even the company needs to actually close down completely. Who's the best trader you know with highest win rates? Who's the... Okay, here's the thing. Win rate actually doesn't mean anything. If you look at Jade Cap, that got the highest payout from Apex, I think 2.6 million. His win rate is 50%. He's got a 50% win rate. Got the highest payout from Apex funded or Apex traders. There's traders with a 30% win rate that will make more money than a guy with a high win rate. Did you know you can actually have a very high win rate and still not be profitable? Do you know that, Keys?
Yeah, boy, yes.
I don't know if the chat knows this. You can literally have a win rate but be negative on your P&L.
There it goes, bro. Is that going to take the lows there? There's Globex low.
Okay, let's
That
see.
thing
Here.
just hit Globex low.
So I think your measurement of being the best trader is a little bit skewed. Oh damn, we're back in the blues. No. How much time do we have left? I'm gonna go break. Chat, I'm giving us 1 minute, then I'm going break even or closing. If we're hovering at entry, I've got some slight blues here. It's looking bluesy. Ooh, something's about to come out if it starts trading.
I think that's done then, bro. That last 5 minutes gonna be done now. That tested Globex lows, pulled back again. That's
I do mean it's done. Do you think it's just
bro,
chalk
I
for
think
the
that's short for the day.
I could,
That was your volume push, and it pulled right back.
bro. What is this thing?
Now I get your frustrations with indices, Keeks.
Ah. Okay, Chad, I am going break even. All right. I'm going break even on this, and yeah, Chad, that is it.
For me, bro, that thing's, as I said, right back in that range. Couldn't even take out the low there.
Yeah, I know.
That
Chad, I've gone break even. If we hit break even, there it is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4 tests. 4 tests on this. I don't need any more tests. I'll feel very, very comfortable with the position once we start trading below here. Up until that stage, this is just a chop. You can literally see from where we opened up, we have literally been chopping in this range. So yeah, Chad, break even on the trade. Not looking to do anything much here.
Yeah, that thing. Nah, there's no volume there today, bro. They started quite decent, but just died out now to the end.
This is chalked. Gold was the one we sucked on the south tit this afternoon. That dry powder milk tit. That's the one we
Chaparara. Yeah, we were caught in the Chaparara.
we got.
Buy trade and no trade is a trade, 100%.
Alrighty, Chad. I think we're gonna wrap up here. That is my trade right there. I just want to see if. Alright, that is break even for me, Chad. Alrighty, break even on that trade. I moved slightly in profits there just to contain the commissions. But good try. I think we tried our best. If you are still going to trade for the rest of the day, really best of luck. Market conditions are looking beautiful for a chop. Throw some ribeye in there. Get it medium rare. But yeah, Keeks, nothing for me, bro.
Yeah, Chad, I think that's it. We can go full screen. Also, literally closed out. We were also in the bars earlier. Closed out over there, so nothing too crazy. We wanted to see what was going to happen, especially for myself at Globex lows, and the fact, literally, we have a range, Asia lows, Globex, and we just ping-ponging between it. I'm not going to sit there for 30 minutes in a $20, a 20 pip range. It's just not worth it. We'd rather wait to come back. As you said, gold, we saw that volume, but we were on US30, unfortunately. But Chad was an eventful one. Bonang has obviously gone back already now. So you'll be back to the normal streaming from tomorrow. But Chad, we're going to see you guys then. Don't do anything stupid. Don't give up those unnecessary profits if you made some. Again, if there's just no volume, don't try force something. But Chad, we're going to see you guys tomorrow. So as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Peace and love, baby. Cheers, Chad.
South is next level.